You have probably heard that certain countries in the Caribbean and around the world sell their passports and citizenships for donations and investments. This is probably common knowledge by now. But you may not know this. There is a country in the Caribbean that doesn't sell its citizenship. It is one of the only ones in the Caribbean that currently does not. But things are changing, and it too may soon introduce its first citizenship by investment program. In this video, I'm going to go over this potential new citizenship option. Hello, my name is Tristan, the Yonderpreneur. I make videos about being a sovereign individual. What does that mean? I make videos about financial and geographic freedom. So, what is this country that is bringing out this new citizenship program? Well, you've probably never heard of it before. Even myself didn't even know it existed till about a year ago when I was going through all the existing citizenship by investment programs in the Caribbean, and I saw that, oh, this country doesn't actually offer one. Other countries in the Caribbean, like St Kitts and Nevis, St Lucia, Dominica, Antigua, all sell their passports and citizenship for either investments or donations. And soon we will potentially see St Vincent and the Grenadines being added to that list. There was a recent article written about St Vincent and the Grenadines on IMI Daily. The article said that St Vincent and the Grenadines is going into an election in 2025 and that the opposition party to the one that's currently ruling has proposed its citizenship by investment plan. By the way, quick shout out to IMI Daily. It's a great resource if you want to keep in the know of everything that is happening in investment migration. It writes really good articles. It has all the current programs on there. It's a solid resource if you're interested in that. I have no affiliation with them. I just think it's a great resource, and I'll link it in the description below also. Well, let me paint you a picture here because you probably don't even know where St. Vincent and the Grenadines is. And how come it doesn't have its citizenship by investment program when all its neighbors seem to have very successful ones? So let me give you a little more detail about St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is an island called St. Vincent and an archipelago of little islands, and you guessed it, called the Grenadines. It's in the Caribbean Sea, south of St. Lucia and north of Grenada. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, or SVG for the rest of this video, because I'm starting to get tired of saying the whole name, has a population of 110,000 people, so quite small. Like many countries around the world, SVG was once part of the British Empire, but gained its own independence in 1979. So you might be wondering, why do all the other countries in the Caribbean have these successful citizenship by investment programs, but SVG hasn't joined the party yet? Well, that would be because the current Prime Minister of SVG, Ralph Gonzalez, and his ruling party of the Unity Labour Party has been in charge of SVG since 2001. And Ralph Gonzalez has been staunchly against citizenship by investment programs, citing security risks. But upcoming in 2025, we have another election for SVG. They haven't declared an official date yet, but it will be sometime in 2025. The opposition party, the New Democratic Party, is actually very much in favor of citizenship by investment programs. They think that this citizenship by investment program for SVG could be a new source of government income. But we don't need to guess that. Is it going to be successful or not? Or is it going to create security concerns for the island or not? No, it probably won't. You can look at the other islands in the Caribbean that already have these programs and they aren't facing security concerns, and they've raised thousands, not thousands, but actually billions of dollars in their citizenship by investment programs. So in this video, I'm going to give a quick rundown of what potentially SVG's citizenship by investment program could generate for the island by basing it off the history of the St. Lucia citizenship by investment program. St. Lucia is just a few miles north of SVG. So they could definitely put up similar numbers. In an article written by the United Workers' Party of St. Lucia, which is the opposition to the current ruling party in St. Lucia, they claim that the government has sold 14,000 passports since they were elected in 2021. It's now 2024, so that's about 4,666 passports every single year. In 2021, it cost $100,000 per citizenship for a single person, and it costs an extra $20,000 per dependent on the average. And the average family is about 3 people. So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say every person who applied was just a couple, so 2 people. So that means from 2021 to 2023, it made $280 million every year for those 3 years, for a total of $840 million in those 3 years combined. In 2024, the price for citizenship in St. Lucia raised from $100,000 to $240,000. The only difference here, though, is now you get 3 people per price. So I guess it's kind of a bargain. Not really if you're just an independent person, though. Due to this price hike, we will assume that less people applied, but since the price also hiked, we'll assume that they made more money. So we'll just throw a random number and just say they made $280 million, just like the subsequent years. So if you assume that each year they made about $280 million, 4 years, that is $1,120,000,000. Now, mind you, St. Lucia has a population of 170,000 people living on the island. So I'm not saying this is a good idea, but if that money was given out amongst all the people, that would be $1,647 per person for each year. And in the case of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, if it made similar amounts of money every year, so assuming $280 million per year, that would be for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, a smaller population of only 100,000 people, that is $2,800 per person per year. Now, I do not believe that just giving people helicopter money, or that's what you call me, just give people money for the sake of giving people money, is the best use of funds for citizenship by investment programs. Things in the world of citizenship by investment can be volatile. If SVG lost its visa-free access to the EU, or the UK, then the value of that passport would fall and they wouldn't be able to sell it for the same amount that they're selling it for potentially in the new year. And it's the EU that forced the existing citizenship by investment programs to do that large price hike. They were getting very frustrated with potential criminals buying these citizenship by investment programs and then coming into the UK or the EU. So they went out and slapped them with fines saying if you don't get rid of these programs or change the price of these programs, we're going to take away your visa-free access to the Schengen area. So the Caribbean countries did what they really had to do and raised the prices. What I'm saying is SVG should think long-term if they're going to do a citizenship by investment program, because who knows, maybe tomorrow EU says, okay, no more. So, and then all that money that they collected is gone if they didn't use it for a good investment. I personally believe that countries in the Caribbean should do like a sovereign wealth fund, like what you see in Saudi Arabia and Norway. These countries have very successful sovereign wealth funds from their oil revenues. They realize that oil may not be their source of income forever, so might as well take the money that while you can and then invest that towards your future in different kinds of infrastructure projects in the respected countries and around the world. Obviously, it would be really nice to be able to give every citizen in your country $2,800 every year for just being a citizen, but unfortunately, that's not a plan for long-term economic growth. So, what are my 2 cents? I think it's 100% a good idea for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to vote for the NDP party and its leader, Goodwin Friday, in 2025. And you have to be realistic, like the people who are buying citizenship by investment programs, they probably aren't moving to the countries of their new citizenship. They're probably somewhere else, potentially in the Middle East, Asia, who knows? It doesn't really matter. As long as they're not on the island, then they're not your responsibility to take care of, and you just got a whole bunch of money for free and they get a passport. It's really a win-win situation. And then you can use this money that you get from your citizenship by investment program to invest in infrastructure in the island, to create a growing tourism sector. That is what St. Lucia has done. Tourism in St. Lucia has been skyrocketing. They've been building gorgeous hotels up in the mountains. Really, really cool. Or you could do what Dominica does, which is the country just south of SVG. And they've put a lot of their citizenship by investment money into geothermal power. So they have volcanoes on their island, and now they are using the money that they've earned from this program to create geothermal plants to power the island. It's really cool. And then it's a win for passport seekers. This could potentially be an opportunity to get a citizenship by investment program that has visa-free access to almost all of Latin America, the Schengen zone in Europe, the UK, and even Russia. So if you know someone who lives in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, send them this video. Let's get that whole 110,000 people in St. Vincent to watch this video so they can vote for Good Win Friday and choose prosperity for their country. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.